Hi there and welcome to another Dave Does video, and this one's a little bit different to my normal reactions and other things that I do for the music side of the channel. For those that know me will know that I run my own gardening business called Garden Solutions Hertford UK, and this time I wanted to share you about a little project I did in my own garden. So my garden was overgrown, but I wanted to see if it was possible to do a garden and fully renovate it for as little money as possible. Now I won't share the price, although you'll have probably seen it from the old clickbait title when I've done it, but I want to show you what I spent money on and what else you can do to get yourself your own garden for the cheapest possible price if you're so that savvy, let's say. Now a quick disclaimer, the picture that we're showing on the screen now is not the actual garden that I had to renovate, but it's a very close approximation of what I had to do. Unfortunately I forgot to take pictures before I started, so the garden we had was pretty much as overgrown as this, but had an olive tree in the centre and has a shed at the back. Apart from that, fully overgrown, full of weeds. The weeds were actually probably a bit taller. But let me just talk you through the existing gardens. This is the garden that we now have. Okay, so yeah, this is my garden. So to take you through a little bit of what we had to do here. So the first thing we had to do was clear all of the existing weeds in the shrubs. So to do this, we trimmed this back with a strimmer, got rid of the waste that way, and we used a rotavator to turn the soil over. However, you could just use a gardening fork should you wish. Once that was all done, the first thing we had to do was get our paving stones into position and the borders. Now there was no borders originally, so what we did is we utilised certain different things that we were able to reclaim from skips. Now you can do this by approaching houses that have got skips outside, so like this hexagon stepping stones, they were getting rid of some of those. They also had some decking they were ripping out, which we used to create some planters and also to use for the edging along the borders. These paving stones that we were able to reclaim were actually left over from another house, which we're getting rid of them again, throwing them in the skips, and all we did was approach the house and asked if we could have them. This pallet was a leftover pallet that we found, painted up, and actually put some supports underneath some of the slats to create some wall planters and screwed it into the side of the shed. And again, we just tried to use as many of the materials. Again, if you approach the shops or you approach people in their houses that are having renovation works, you'll tend to find you can actually take stuff out of their skips, but always ask permission. So we've got some more planters that we created. We had plenty of pots. Again, people were just clearing pots out, local pots they wanted to get rid of. With this, we also had a shredding machine. You can hire them or you can buy them, but this was basically like a woodland mulch that we use from old leftover leaves and twigs that you find dumped around. This is a pile of compost that we're currently working through, and we'll create some more of it. Again, using decking boards and an old fence panel that we just sort of sunk into the ground to create a little compost area for us to work in, and I'll continue using. Bird bath, we actually found that as a free reclamation. The bird cages were found dumped at a recycling centre, and we were able to take those away with us. It was actually a bottle bank. And the garden furniture, which I'll just continue to talk about these, but we were able to plant these up with some plants that we got. Now plants are a good little thing that you can talk about getting from garden centres. These do cost money, but you can do some really cheap ones if you know what you're looking for. The furniture we were actually able to reclaim from local marketplaces where people were just wanted and taken away, so they didn't cost us very much. I'm going to share out the prices at the corner of the screen of what we spent. The biggest outlay was more the soil. We used a little bit of topsoil and grass seed to reseed the grass. Apart from that, that was all we needed to spend. Hope you enjoyed the video.